Something very unusual, neutrons, have been detected on commercial airplane flights. This is by Dr. Tony Phillips on Space Weather. Today, well, when we take flights, we're usually complaining about long lines and narrow seats, tired flights, baggage fees. Now, you recognize this list, and there's more to come. The downside of flying on modern commercial airlines. Now we have a new item to add on to that. That's cosmic ray neutrons. Well, most of us knew that a lot of the people having to do with flights, such as pilots and stewardesses, have a lot of radiation, and a lot of them have problems with their health. So we know something is going on because of they're flying so high up. Now we know that even passengers are affected from cosmic ray neutrons. Spaceweather.com and Earth-to-Sky Calculus just completed a 5-continent survey of neutron radiation at aviation altitudes. The study was made from December 2018 through February 2019. Hervé Allen of the University of Oregon's Network Startups Resource Center carried out Earth-to-Sky radiation sensors, including neutron bubble chambers, on board commercial flights. And these flights were from North America to Europe, Africa, South America, and Asia. 5-continent aviation neutron survey. Harvey logged 83 hours in the air as he traveled 41,500 miles, above 30,000 feet. And for reference, that's almost twice the circumference of the Earth. The entire time he gathered data on X-rays, gamma rays, and neutrons in an energy range from 10 keV to 20 MeV, similar to that of medical radiology devices and killer electrons, quote-unquote, from the Van Allen radiation belts. The results were really astonishing. During the trip, Hervé recorded 230 UGY, that's micrograms of cosmic radiation. That's about the same as 23 panoramic dental X-rays or 2.5 chest X-rays. And also, more than that, 41% of those doses came in the form of neutrons. This confirms that cosmic ray neutrons are abundant at aviation altitudes, and therefore they have to be considered in a discussion of RADs on a plane. Researchers have long known that cosmic rays penetrate airplanes. Our own 3-year survey of global radiation shows that X-rays and gamma rays at aviation altitudes are typically 50 times stronger than sea level. So this new survey focuses on these neutrons, a more potent type of radiation from deep space. And the study shows that the neutrons can be 10 times more effective at causing biological damage compared to X-rays and gamma rays in the same energy range. Neutrons are even worse. Neutrons are so effective, they are used for cancer therapy, killing tumors better than any other form of radiation. So you can imagine, should we be very worried about Hervé? Although he absorbed a lot of radiation during the survey, he did so slowly. Hervé's whole body dose was spread out over 14 flights and 3 months, unlike, say, a dental X-ray, which is localized to the jaw and delivered in a split second. Slow delivery gives the body time to respond and repair the damage and move on without obvious health effects. But on the other hand, at least one study shows that low-dose radiation received over a long period of time may slightly increase the risk of leukemia, while flight attendants have been found to have a higher risk of cancer than the general population. And I know, because I've known a lot of people in the aviation industry that have suffered from various cancers because of their flight times up so high. Now, our survey says also revealed some geographical variations. Generally speaking, neutron radiation was stronger near the Arctic Circle and weaker near the equator. It was weakest of all, however, in flights over Chile, as the aircraft skirted the South Atlantic anomaly. And they say we'll be investigating these variations with additional flights in the near future, so we have to hold on for that. Now, galactic cosmic rays, this is what NOAA from Space Weather Prediction Center has to say concerning these galactic cosmic rays. The GCR, or galactic cosmic rays, are the slowly varying, highly energetic background source of energetic particles that constantly bombard Earth. GCR originates outside the solar system and are likely formed by explosive events such as supernova. These highly energetic particles consist of essentially every element ranging from hydrogen, accounting for approximately 89% of the GCR spectrum, to uranium, which is found in trace amounts only. These nuclei are fully ionized, meaning all electrons have been stripped from these atoms. And because of this, these particles interact with and are influenced by magnetic fields. The strong magnetic fields of the Sun modulate the GCR flux and spectrum at Earth. Over the course of a solar cycle, the solar wind modulates the fraction of the low-energy GCR, the galactic cosmic rays, the particles, such that a majority cannot penetrate to Earth near solar maximum. Near solar minimum, in the absence of any coronal mass ejection and their corresponding magnetic fields, GCR particles have easier access to Earth. So that's where we are now, because we're at a solar minimum. They have easier access to Earth. Just as the solar cycle follows a roughly 11-year cycle, so does the GCR with its maximum, however, coming near solar minimum. But unlike the solar cycle, where bursts of activity can change the environment quickly, the GCR spectrum remains relatively constant in energy and composition, varying only slowly with time. You can see the 4-push decrease for short-term changes of GCR related to space-strong solar events. So these charged particles are traveling at large fractions of the speed of light and have tremendous energy. When these particles hit the atmosphere, large showers of secondary particles are created, with some even reaching the ground. These particles pose little threat to humans and systems on the ground, but they can be measured with sensitive instruments. The Earth's own magnetic field also works to protect Earth from these particles, largely deflecting them away from the equatorial regions, but providing little to no protection near the polar regions or above roughly 55 degrees magnetic latitude and geographical latitude differ due to the tilt and offset of the Earth's magnetic field from its geographic center. This constant shower of GRC particles at high altitudes can result in increased radiation exposures for air crew and passengers at high altitudes and latitudes. Additionally, these particles can easily pass through or stop in satellite systems, sometimes depositing enough energy to result in errors or damage in spacecraft electronics and systems. So we have learned that neutrons are even worse than gamma rays and X-rays, and this is what we are coming in contact with when we fly, and also that they're more abundant and reaching the Earth's atmosphere, reaching Earth at solar minimums, and that's where we are now. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.